Because if you've got any complaints, I want them up front. I don't want people talking about me behind her back.
Looks like I'm not the only one that can be rude.
Rude has got nothing to do with it. I want the facts so I know how to deal with them. Now, am I top dog or not?
You certainly are, lady. I like your style.
Well, what exactly do you want us to do? We've been inclined to give the women the benefit of the doubt. I want that stopped. From now on, if someone's out of their allocated work area, put them on report.
But what if they're just going to the
If they've
toilet?
got a reasonable explanation, of course this doesn't apply. Now, I'm not doing this for the fun of it. I'm doing it for your safety. We've just taken 8 prisoners from Barnhurst, and for all we know, they could be the ones who started the riot.
That's true. You're getting to be a pain, Callie.
Big deal. I told you I didn't do it.
And I'm telling you, you've just blown your rec period. Now get out.
You gotta be joking.
Trying.
Wasn't staying anyhow. Was looking for Kath.
Is that it? Is that all you're going to do? Look, you know Daphne, I don't. Now, maybe she's telling the truth, maybe she isn't. But I'm not going to thump someone just because they've had an argument.
Well, it wouldn't have done at Barnhurst, dear.
No, I know. At Barnhurst, you would have ended up having a riot and killing people. Good people. Like B. Smith. Not here. All right?
Back to your dorms as soon as possible. Please get ready for a cell search.
What? Come on, why?
Just do it, please, Daisy. Don't seem to be too popular, dear.
What they're after.
Oh, no, I'm going to find
No
out.
talking. You all ready?
Yes.
Mrs. Barry, we'll start with this cell.
Right.
You can start on Patterson and Edwards. What's all this mess?
It's not mess, Governor.
What would you call it then?
Necessities, things I need.
You said yesterday she could keep them. Beecham can speak for herself. What do you need this for?
Oh, I might want to
And
swap it
this.
with somebody.
I would classify those as dangerous weapons.
Oh, no,
Now
they're
get
not,
this
Mrs.
junk back in the
Reynolds.
locker. Confiscate these items, Mrs. Barry.
Yes, of course. Come on, tidy it up.
Mrs. Reynolds,
Yes, what is it?
I think we should know what you're looking for.
You'll find out when I'm ready to tell you. I want you all to understand that I will not tolerate you having items in your cells which are there without the permission of an officer. There will be heavy penalties. Is that clear?
Yes, Mrs. Reynolds.
Good. Anything, Mr. Cruikshank?
Not yet, Mrs. Reynolds.
I want to see every available member of staff in my office as soon as the searches are complete. Yes, Mrs. Reynolds.
Kelly, around? Come on,
Good morning, Miss Ferguson. And how are you today?
Quite well.
Reading already? Good. No double vision? No. St. Dismas. It's a new one on me. Funny names they had in those days, didn't they? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I haven't offended you.
No, it was given to me by a friend. When will I be able to go home?
When I decide you can. We've still got a couple more tests we want to carry out.
But I feel fine.
Yes, but you'll feel a lot better after a couple of weeks' rest.
Couple of weeks. Doctor, I can't stay here that long. I've got things to sort out.
Now, calm down.
But, Doctor, you
No
don't...
buts. We've just put you through a very serious operation.
Look, I really feel all right. Can't you at least let me get out of bed? I mean, can't I walk around a bit?
Well, if you promise not to overexert yourself. I'm serious now. I want this operation to be successful.
Dad, me love, if you're really nice, you don't marry someone like Arnie Ballinger. He's the biggest bogeyman in the world.
You'd know, wouldn't you? Do a few petty robberies and you're the expert on world crime.
Petty robberies. Listen, madam, I was a top cat burglar in the Eastern States, and
Of
don't
course you forget. were. Heard it all before, dear. Only rob the rich to pay the poor.
Correct, and the poor was me. Oh, yes, and your dear father, God rest his soul. He hadn't fenced for me. You wouldn't have had your fancy finishing school, so don't go la-di-da with me, madam.
Must be a bit of a shock for her to be put in here. She's lived in the lap of luxury for years.
Sorry, love?
Ruth Ballinger. Read about where her and her husband live. Big palace somewhere in the South American jungle.
Certainly sounds better than sharing a cell with you-know-who. The one that almost got me on a charge because of all that junk of hers.
Try to be subtle, are we, dear? Forget it, May. It's not your style. Cut the chatter and move it.
each of these items could be used to cause bodily harm. If not to you, then a prisoner. Now, how the hell did they get into the cells?
We can't watch everything, Mrs. Reynolds.
A lot of the things were brought in by the prisoners from Barnhurst.
They were searched, I presume, on arrival?
Yes?
Not very thoroughly, obviously.
No.
The prisoners are not fools. If they see an officer turn a blind eye to an offence, even a minor one, they're going to take that as a sign of weakness, and I cannot have my prisoners thinking my officers are weak.
We understand that, Mrs. Reynolds.
It's a
but you
question
must-
of following standard procedures. If someone breaks a rule, take appropriate action.
But it's not always as clear as that.
You can be fair but firm. The women must understand that we are running this prison, not them. And that applies to Desmond, too.
Well, with respect, don't you think we're in danger of throwing away something valuable?
Like what?
Well, prisoner cooperation.
I've seen very little of that during the last few weeks. Security and safety standards in this prison cannot depend on prisoner cooperation. And let me make one final thing clear. There is no place in this prison for an officer who cannot maintain the strictest discipline. I intend to tighten up security at all levels now, and I expect full cooperation from every one of my officers. That'll be all, thank you. Yes, Meg.
I just wanted to say that in theory, I think that everything
I'm not
you said...
talking about theory, Meg. I'm talking about action.
They sent me to pick up the laundry and stuff.
It's over there.
Sorry, I'm new. I haven't been up here.
It's over there waiting for you.
Sorry.
Do you get many of these searches here?
No, not really.
Well, it's not like Barnhurst then. Vera Bennett was in and out of our cells like the cuckoo in a Swiss clock.
What do you reckon it's all about?
I got no idea. Something fishy going on, though.
Reynolds has dumped you, that's what's going on. Not much point having a top dog the governor won't even talk to. What do you think, Collins?
Is that right? Won't she talk to you?
We had a bit of a run-in, that's all. It'll blow over in
Oh,
time.
don't bet on Jimmy's business this time, if you ask me.
I wasn't asking you, Callie.
She told you what caused the bust-up? You ever heard of the freak?
Who hasn't? Makes vinegar tits look like Mary Poppins, what we heard.
He tried to fix her, set her up. Nearly got away with it, too. She was sacked and everything.
What went wrong?
Top dog let someone get away with lagging on us.
Is that right?
If you want to hear the full story, I'll tell you. The point is, we tried.
Well, bad luck it didn't come off. Full marks for trying, though. I think I'd have done the same. But you've got a bit of a problem now.
Too right.
What are you going to do when the freak gets back?
I'm working on it.
You never guess who I saw down the tour. Oh, Mary from A Block. She was having a sly fag, full of gossip as usual. And I had to come back and feed Susie. Who's that with her?
Oh, is this your baby?
My God, it's you! It's all right. She's got my baby! She killed a baby at Barnhurst!
I didn't do that, I didn't.
Give it back to me! They shouldn't let you in here! She was going to kill Susie!
No, that's not true.
Get out! Get out of here! Get out!
What's going on? What's all this noise about?
She's a murderer! She was going to kill my Susie!
That's all wrong. I was just nursing her.
She killed that baby at Barnhurst!
Calm down, all of you.
I love children.
I love children.
Did you plan to harm the baby?
No, I was just nursing her for a while.
Did you have the permission of the mother?
Well, no, she wasn't there, you see.
Your record shows a similar thing happening at Barnhurst.
I didn't do
So I can't allow you to work in maternity ever again.
But Mrs. Reynolds...
Since there seems to be some doubt about this, that'll be your only punishment. Now, I'm aware of your experience as a nursing aide, so you'll work in the infirmary or the laundry. But if ever you're found near maternity again, you will spend 48 hours in solitary before being sent to Blackmore. Is that clear?
Yes, Mrs. Reynolds.
We just don't have the time to watch the women every second of the day.
I don't think I've ever seen Mrs. Reynolds so angry. With the staff, I mean.
They'd have to employ twice the number of officers to maintain those sorts of levels of security.
Look, she's had a tough time lately.
Yes, well, I know that. But it gets a bit much when the governor openly accuses her staff of being incompetent.
I don't think she was saying that.
You could have fooled me.
And we did find those things in their cells.
Okay, but that brings me right back to what I said before. If we weren't understaffed, we'd have time to do the spot checks on things like that.
Yes, well, the paperwork
In fact,
alone,
I think
mean-
it's time we went to the union about it. You're the union rep, Dennis. What are you going to do about it?
I'm not going to do anything about it, so you can shut up. We'd not have a leg to stand on any road.
Let's not forget it's Anne who has to answer to Fry for everything that happens around this place. Now, I am as surprised as you are about her tough stand on discipline, but I can only assume that the latest incident between Joan and Myra was the last straw.
Yes, and don't let's forget, she is the boss.
I want my Teddy. Teddy, where are you?
Hello? What's the matter?
My Teddy's run away.
Oh, I don't think so. He was just playing hide and seek.
Naughty Teddy. Who are you?
My name's Joan.
My name's Tracy.
Hello, Tracy. And what are you doing in here?
They're gonna do something to my head because I keep on getting dizzy.
Oh?
Will they hurt me?
Oh, no, the doctors are very clever. I've had an operation just like that.
And did they hurt you?
No. And now I'm all better again.
They're gonna make me better this morning.
Time for your injection, Tracy. Hello, Miss.
That's Joan.
Hello, Joan. Now, this will make you feel a bit sleepy.
Then you can go and see the doctor.
There we are now. Just relax. There. That didn't hurt, did it?
A bit.
That's a good girl. I'll come back and see you soon.
I think I'd better go too.
My mum reads me a story before I go to sleep.
And you'd like me to read your story too, huh?
Yes, please.
Okay.
My mummy and daddy are coming to see me after I've seen the doctor. My daddy's bringing me a present for being a good girl.
Well, that's lovely.
Did your daddy bring you a present?
No.
You must have been a naughty girl then.
Yeah, I suppose I was.
Okay, I'll pay 20s up.
Oh,
no win. I've got 33.
Oh, Dad, you can only go to 21, Daffy. More than that, you'd bust.
Do you know what you're doing, love?
Oh, she hasn't got a clue.
I'd give it away if I were you, Daffy.
I'll never get the hang of this.
What about you, Chookie? Do you want to go?
Come on, join in.
Come on, I'm supposed to be back in the kitchen. Make up your mind. You know how to play?
I think so.
All right, let's get on with it. A fast game's a good game.
Okay.
Oh, no good at all.
That won't do anything. No.
That's what I like to see. Right. Looks like it's just you and me, kid. Sit. Pay 19s up. Sit. Sit.
I gave Ferguson a severe lecture about her behaviour, pointed out where she went wrong and what we expect of her in the future. Told her she'd been reinstated, and, well, I expect her to return to duty very shortly.
You must have been very persuasive.
Just a matter of knowing how to handle a woman.
You can give me the date of when she'll be returning, then.
No, of course not. That's up to her doctors. However, that's not the reason for my being here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were busy. I'll be back later.
No, don't go. You might as well hear this, too. I was just about to tell Mrs. Reynolds that we have a new prisoner. Bit of a celebrity. Ruth Ballinger.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. I read the newspaper reports of her arrest.
Her husband's the boss of the big drug syndicate, isn't he?
She tried to sneak back into Australia to visit her parents and was arrested on drug charges.
I believe she flew in from South America in her private jet.
Well, that's where he runs his empire from.
Yes, but it's a worldwide organisation. Arnie Bellinger's responsible for about 80% of all drug trafficking.
The federal police are very pleased to have got hold of his wife. Now, while she is on remand here, they're going to try and extract some information from her in return for her release.
I'm not sure Wentworth's the right place for her in that case.
Ruth Ballinger is no ordinary prisoner. She's to be treated with kid gloves, given everything she requires.
Everything?
Within reason, of
I'm
course.
not going to start playing favourites. The other women
Mrs.
won't
Reynolds,
stand for it.
this is not a request, it's an order.
You're asking me to create a
No,
different set of
I'm
rules.
not asking you. I'm telling you.
You all right, Nora? I'll let you see the baby sometimes.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. You seem a bit low this morning.
Oh, I was just thinking about Bertie the begonia. He'd have been all right if I'd been able to get him outside in the fresh air.
You're not starting to feel headachy again, are you? You tell me if you do.
No, I don't think so. I just found out that we're only allowed outside once a day. Now, why they got to keep us stuck inside here?
I think they're trying to protect us from the outside world. Or is it the other way around?
Hey, you know what? If I remember, I'm going to ask Willie to get me some seeds. And then I can plant them and protect them and watch them grow. I love watching seeds grow, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to ask her straight away. See ya.
Yes, I do.
She killed that baby at Barnhurst. She's got my baby. She killed a baby at Barnhurst.
What are you doing, Josie? Don't, Josie.
Get off! Help! Get an officer! She's trying to kill my baby!
I can't believe you'd want to hurt him.
She's got my baby!
What's going on?
She's trying to kill my baby!
It's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
Does your daddy read you stories sometimes?
He used to.
I'm going to read you a story tomorrow. Promise you'll come and see me?
Of course I will. We're ready for you now, Tracy. Time to get you ready to see the doctor. Perhaps you better go now.
Can't Jan stay?
Just for a minute.
Oh, all right, I guess.
Thank you. Would you like me to look after Teddy for you?
Yes, please. Make sure he eats up all his food.
Of course I will. And you're not to worry. Everything will be fine.
Put your arms out. Good girl.
I'm a bit frightened.
There's no need to be. You go to sleep, and when you wake up, you'll be all better. And I'll be there to see you as soon as I can.
You're my best friend.
Ruth Ballinger will be arriving soon. I want everyone to understand the situation.
Well, I've told all available staff to assemble here at 2:15 for that meeting you wanted.
Thanks.
How did they manage to nab her?
Perhaps they were tipped off about her arrival. Anyway, when she landed, she was found in possession of heroin.
But the paper said that she's insisting that the federal police planted it on her.
Oh, she's hardly likely to admit to anything, is she?
Well, whatever happened, the federal police are determined to smash her husband's organisation.
Oh, well, they've been after him for years. I mean, he's a multi-millionaire and has earned every cent from drug trafficking, international crime and extortion.
Well, and getting his wife is the first bit of luck they've had, I suppose.
Exactly, and they're going to use it too.
She's a very attractive woman, used to living in the lap of luxury.
Well, luxury she won't be seeing again unless she gives them the information they want.
All of which places us in a very tricky situation.
Oh, what's her husband's name again?
Arnie, isn't it? Arnie Ballinger?
Yes, that's it. Paper said he doesn't think twice about having people bumped off if they get in his way, I mean.
Or his wife's.
Yes, exactly. And if he hears she's having a bad time here, we could be next on his hit list.
I wouldn't get too worried if I were you. I've had orders from the department she's to be given special treatment.
Like what?
Anything she wants, within reason.
Well, that could cause some problems. Well, what are the others going to think when they see her getting privileges they don't have?
I don't like it any more than you do, but that's the way it's got to be.
What up to Balmhurst grub, eh, Taffy? Getting into one of your moods, eh, love?
Just feeling a bit sad that we're only allowed to go outside once a day, that's all.
Don't worry, love. We'll find you some more plants from somewhere. You all right, Nora? We know you wouldn't have, babe. Been cheating the girls again, have we?
I don't cheat anyone. Just done a bit of business with Tanny. She had a book of crosswords and she'd filled up all the answers. And do you know she wanted to rub them all out and start over again? Isn't that sad?
Oh, breaks my heart.
Double-washed.
Oh, don't tell me. You can help.
You should have seen her face when I gave it to her.
Gave it to her?
Broke my heart to see how a little thing like that could please someone so much.
Have a good cry, did we?
She gave me a hanky for the rubber.
Well, that'll be useful, won't it?
I don't know. I'm too soft for my own good, if you ask me.
Soft you? You haven't got a soft bone in your whole body.
How would you know?
How would I know after what you did to me?
Didn't do anything.
Well, you're right there. If you'd been half the fence your father was, I
That's
wouldn't
right,
be here
blame
now.
me as usual.
Well, are you denying it?
Stop it! Just shut up! Oh, I can't stand this anymore.
Oh, poor Daffy. She looks like she's building up to something.
I hope she's not getting into one of her states.
Could be.
Well, we're going to have to look after her. We don't want her getting into trouble, do we?
Got a new remand prisoner for you, Mrs. Ballinger.
You're expecting her, we understand.
Oh, yes. And you are?
Federal Police.
Oh, I see.
Her papers.
Oh, thank you. Now, Mrs. Ballinger.
I presume I'll be able to have my luggage in my room?
Well, it's not
I'm sure
customary.
you'll be able to arrange it for me, won't you? Your name is?
Barry? Mrs. Barry?
And I'd like you to take special care of my coat.
Mink needs careful handling, as I'm sure you know. Oh, yes, of course. We'll have to hold all your jewellery here, I'm afraid.
Naturally. It wouldn't be safe for me to wear it in a place like this now, would it?
No. Oh, what a beautiful ring.
Yes, it is quite nice. The diamonds come from my husband's mine near our estate in South America. You have it, Mrs. Barry.
Oh, no.
Oh, please, I'm tired of it anyway.
Better be careful, Mrs. Barry. That could be construed as an attempt to bribe an officer.
Oh, really? I was just looking at it.
I'm sorry Willie and me went on like that, but you know what we're like.
It's all right.
You're not getting one of your headaches again, are you?
Oh, it hurts, honey, back.
Oh, there.
I just want to get away from here and never come back.
Oh, that's only because it's a new place.
I haven't even got any of my flowers.
We'll see about getting you some more.
Glue broke the only one I had.
Would you like me to see if I can get you a dorm change?
I wouldn't let you.
Look, I can try.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, look, love, everything's not always hopeless.
It is.
Only when you're like this. But you'll soon be over it and back to your old happy self again.
Yeah, well, I just wish it was over now and I was dead.
Now, look at yourself. Look what you've done to yourself before when you've been like this.
Oh, honey, May.
That's why you mustn't let go. You've got to fight it, Daffy. Look, I know it's hard, but you've got to try.
I'll try.
So, although we've got no option but to go along with the directives about Ruth Ballinger, I'm determined her being here is not going to cause more problems.
Well, we've got all the elements for trouble. I mean, the tougher discipline.
Except for one privileged prisoner.
Oh, and resentment of that from the other women.
And what happens when Joan gets back? She has been known to go over the top as far as discipline is
I'll be
concerned.
making it quite clear to Miss Ferguson what the limits are.
Oh, look, I didn't mean to suggest
I know
that
what you
did.
meant. But what's worrying me more than Joan's return is the fact that the women are bored as well as restless.
Well, that often happens when their friends are released. When they start to remember what they're missing on the outside.
Exactly, that's my point. And that's why I want to start up the activity programs again.
Oh, I think that's a knockout idea. Well, the Borstal lads I used to work with back home came up with some great things.
Like what?
Well, one group of lads actually built a canoe, for instance, yeah, from scratch. It cost a pretty penny, mind you.
Yes, and that's the trouble. I've already spoken to Mr. Fry, and he's not willing to come up with any extra money for materials. Well, I can't see our women wanting to build canoes anyway. No, but they've done some very creative things in the past.
Well, even Len Murphy's classes gave Bobby Mitchell a good start when she was released.
It's true. Yes, but I don't want to make it sound too educational. I mean, there are all sorts of things we could do that aren't going to cost any money.
I used to run a general knowledge class at Borstal. I could try that again. Well, it sounds a bit daft, I know, but even the thick ones used to get a buzz out of it when they got an answer right.
Oh, well, could you start organising that, Ben?
Right.
Let's hope the women are interested.
Not quite the Savoy, but I'm sure I'll be able to make myself comfortable. I'll have to ask you to unpack the suitcases and then they'll be put in the store. Yes, well, there doesn't seem anywhere here to store them, does there? Not much wardrobe space either. I'll be taking you to see the governor shortly. How very social. In the meantime, you should make your bed and get yourself organised. Make my bed. Well, that'll be a trip down memory lane. Oh, and here's the rule book. You want to read that? Of course. We must stick to the rules, mustn't we? Well, I'll be back shortly. Thank you, Mrs. Barry.
Now, you sure you know what to do?
Yeah, I think so.
Off you go then. Any trouble, you come back and see me.
Okay.
You needn't worry about her. She won't cause any trouble.
Yeah, not if she handles the skip as well as she does cards.
Chucky's a good girl.
Not like some you brought from Barnhurst.
Who did you have in mind?
That one for a start. Going berserk in maternity.
Cut it, Kelly.
Why? Can't she face it?
Nothing to face, Kelly. I wasn't going to hurt the baby.
Oh, sure. I bet you forgot what you're in here for.
Leave it and get on with your work.
Why should I leave it? She knows what she did.
Nora wouldn't hurt a fly.
Shouldn't she kill a baby? She killed 3 adults, didn't she?
That was 23 years ago. 23 years ago, you bitch. Got it? Come on, break it up. Got it?
What was that all about?
Nothing serious. It's been sorted out now.
Oh, Willie, I'll fix it for Daffy to see the nurse.
Good.
What's the matter?
Oh, she's got a bit of a problem and all the tension of moving to a new prison's upset her a bit. It's nothing serious. She'll be all right.
You've done a bit of damage to yourself from time to time, Graham. Usually when you're feeling depressed.
Yeah.
How do you feel now?
I don't know. I've got a headache.
Is it intermittent? Does the pain come and go, or is the headache there all the time?
Oh, no, it's there all the time. It sort of throbs, you know.
Any other symptoms?
Well, I just want to lie down and be on my own.
No other pains?
Oh, my back aches sometimes. But no.
Well, I can't find anything actually wrong with you.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Look, it's probably one of those nervous headaches. New surroundings, new people, that sort of thing. I'll get you some aspirin.
Is that all it is, nerves?
Difficult to say. There is mention in your records of manic depression.
And that would make her hurt herself?
Perhaps, but I'm not qualified to diagnose that.
Hello. Come in. Come on, I won't bite you. And who are you?
I'm Julie. Julie Egbert.
I'm Ruth Ballinger.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I thought you were just...
Another prisoner? I suppose I am, really.
You're famous. I mean, you've been in the papers and everything.
And you've been talking about me, have you?
The others were, I heard them.
And who are they?
Well, there's Auntie May. She's not really my auntie, but we all call her that, and Willie. They're all right. And Daphne's fun. Sometimes she is. And Nora.
They're your friends, are they?
Well, there's some others, but I don't know them very well yet.
Why's that?
We haven't been here very long, you see.
You're new like me, are you?
Well, sort of. Except they sent us from Barnhurst a few days ago.
What's a young girl like you doing in prison?
Oh, well, I sort of stole some money. A couple of times. To help me mum. And they caught me.
That's bad luck.
I suppose. Put me away for 5 years.
That's a long time. What are the staff like, Julie?
Well, don't know them properly yet. Seem all right so far.
Thank you for talking to me, Julie. I'm sure we're going to be very good friends.
Governor will see you now, Mrs. Ballinger.
Thank you. I thought you'd forgotten me.
What are you doing here, Egbert? On skip duty, aren't you?
Sorry, Mrs. Barry.
I thought I said you should make your bed.
So you did. But I thought it would be a little bit more sensible in the long run to wait until I'd seen Mrs. Reynolds.
Can I help you?
Yes, the little girl Tracy who was in here. Has she come back yet?
Are you a relative?
No, I'm a friend. Have they taken her to intensive care? Well, if they have, I'm sure they wouldn't mind me seeing her. I know it'd cheer her up.
Look, Miss...
Joan.
Joan, it was a very difficult operation, as I expect you know. I'm afraid it was too much for the little girl.
I want you to understand that in spite of the special circumstances, I expect you to obey the rules.
Of course.
I presume you've read the rule book?
No. No, I haven't.
You were given one?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Barry made quite sure of that. But I had to settle in, you see. Look, Mrs. Reynolds, why don't we stop playing games? You know as well as I do, I'm not really here on a drug charge. I'm here because the authorities want to get some of my husband's associates, and they're hoping I'll name some names for them.
It's not a subject
I'm not against cooperating, but I was told I'd be made very comfortable here, and I don't think my cell could be described as comfortable by any stretch of the imagination.
There's little I can do about that, I'm afraid.
Oh, but I think there is. That cell of mine is very small. I'm sure you can find me something larger. And I know I shan't be able to sleep in that little cot. I need a new bed. A double one with a bedside table
That is
would make an enormous
ridiculous.
difference. And an armchair, a reading lamp, and some extra hanging space for my
Ballinger,
clothes.
you don't seem to understand.
A television would begin to make life bearable.
This is a
wouldn't it?
prison. I cannot possibly make exceptions like that.
Perhaps you would contact the federal police, speak to Whittaker, tell him what I need, and tell him I'm prepared to pay, of course.
I'm sorry.
It stands to reason, doesn't it? They want me to cooperate with them, so they should start cooperating with me. I feel sure you'll see my point.
I'm also sure the department will refuse your demands.
We'll see now, won't we?
No, Daff, no! No, you mustn't! Give it to me. Just wait, I'll get some help.
That Ballinger woman sounds very upmarket, doesn't she?
You can believe Egbert.
You can.
Oh, the kid's probably just trying to big note herself.
Don't you believe anybody?
No? Why should I?
Callie is like that because no one believes her, ever. And for very good reason.
Oh, and you're a real little George Washington, are you? Don't make me laugh.
Keep the sheets moving, Callie, or we'll never get done.
May, it's Daffy. I found her with this. She's hurt herself again. Should I tell the screws?
No, don't do that. Nora, go and have a look at her, love. You sure she can do it?
Positive. I'll join him in a minute.
No.
What?
I said no. You stay here.
But I know her. She's one of mine.
Not anymore. We're all together now. Look, Collins, if you want to be top dog, that's fine by me, if the women want you.
I never
but
said
while
that-
I am top dog, you'll do as I say like everybody else does, all right?
I know the rules.
You said Nora could handle it, I'll buy that. Now let's get some work done before the screws start asking where half the workforce is.
You're the boss.
What are you doing, Miss Ferguson?
You're supposed to be resting at this time of the day.
Now come along and Sister will help you back to bed.
I don't need any help and I don't need any more rest. I simply want to go home.
That's absolute nonsense.
Look, I'm
Come on,
not
let's-
staying and you can't make me.
You've just had a very dangerous operation.
Aren't all operations?
What do you mean?
It's just as easy to die in hospital, Doctor, as it is at home. Seen that proof today.
You're being quite irrational. Now, you're not going to die, but if you don't get some
I'm
rest...
discharging myself, Doctor. You give me the necessary papers. I just want to get out of here.
I've bandaged her arm up. I think she'll be okay. As long as she keeps her cardi sleeve pulled down, none of the screws should see it.
Has she done this sort of thing often?
Oh, sometimes much worse. We'll have to keep an eye on her.
Yeah, we don't want her being sent to the nut house, do we? I'll go and see how she's feeling. Yeah, fine. Thanks for looking after her. How are you feeling? You look a bit pale.
No, I'm good.
Do you ever want to have a talk?
I used to talk once. Now I know it's safer to keep my mouth shut. Sorry, I didn't mean to seem ungrateful. Oh, it's just the pits. I don't believe it.
Oh, it's got to be a joke.
Cup and eye full of this lot.
So, what is it?
You mean Rena didn't ask you permission before she came up with the idea? I told you it was slipping, Desmond.
Oh, it's educational classes and activities.
Dressmaking.
Yeah, they want to make sure you're presentable next time you escape.
Some of them look quite interesting.
Oh, general knowledge quizzes with Crookshank and basic cookery with Merv the Perv.
Yeah, I reckon he gets enough chances to poison us as it is.
There's
Yeah,
typing
right.
and shorthand, and there's pottery.
Who asked you, Fishface?
Thursday.
Yeah. I reckon the top dog deserves first go at giving the freak the kiss of love.
Kelly, or you'll be needing first aid.
Oh, real tough, Desmond, but...
Hello. Hello, Julie.
Hello. Do you want a seat?
Thank you. What happens now?
Oh, nothing much. We just sort of sit round till tea.
Sounds exciting.
Is it true, like they say in the papers, that you know all them famous movie stars?
Well, let's say some, not all.
Who was your favourite?
Oh, dear, that's a difficult one.
I suppose you've been to Switzerland on your travels?
Oh, yes, I have. We used to try to get there for the season, or for at least a few days. Do you know it?
I went to school there, actually.
Really?
I bet you've been to all the gambling casinos, haven't you?
I have been known to make a bet. Look, is there someone I should talk to, the boss or the top dog, if my memory serves me correctly?
That's me. The name is Myra Desmond. And as an educated lady, you probably know what the word patronising means.
Oh, dear. Is that what I was being? I certainly didn't intend
Glad to hear it.
I have no desire to upset anyone, particularly as I don't expect to be here for very long.
That's good. Jill, introduce Mrs. Ballinger around, would you?
That thermometer that Graham pinched.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as they find it missing, there's bound to be a cell search, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
I reckon we could use it. Get a bit of our own back on. You know who.
I'll get the plates for you, Ted. Mr. Pringle not about?
Oh, no, I had to go and get the OK on an order form or something.
Oh, I see. Isn't that trolley ready yet?
Oh, just about, Mrs. B.
Well, get a move on. It should be in the dining room by now.
Right, that's it. Off we go.
Oh.
What? Nothing.
But
I should get back to the dining room.
There you go, Mrs. Barry. One knife, and one fork. Right.
Yeah, me too. One knife, one fork.
Right. Oh, Mrs. Barry. Yes, what is it? Well, it's just about the classes. I'm real glad you're keeping up with the tap dancing lessons.
Oh, really? I didn't think you'd be interested.
Well, keep us out of trouble, eh?
I suppose you're right. Really going to give it a go, are you?
Think about it. Coming, Kath?
Yeah.
Cheerio, Mrs. Barry. Yes, of course I understand that. When are these things supposed to be arriving? I see. I presume I'm not expected to agree to any more of Ballinger's requests. But excuse me just a moment. Come in. I'm sorry, I was about to say that this could make it extremely difficult to maintain discipline amongst the other women, and of course the officers know... Yes, I will. Goodbye. Why did the department have to send Ballinger to Wentworth? I'm sorry, sister. What did you want to see me about?
Oh, I don't want to bother you, but I have to report there's a thermometer missing.
That could be dangerous. When did you find out?
Just a few minutes ago.
And when did you last check them?
Must have been taken some time after lunch.
Who have you treated since then?
Well, there was Brown, Graham, Carstairs and Jenkins.
There'll have to be a cell search.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Reynolds.
It's all right, sister. They were probably trying you out because you're new. Come in. Yes, Dennis, what did you want to see me about?
Oh, I'm afraid that when we double-checked the cutlery after dinner, we found that a knife was missing.
What? Were you in charge?
No, I was on door duty.
So who was?
Well, it was Mrs. Barry, but I really don't
I don't
think
want
it
any
had
excuses, Dennis. Apparently the women didn't think I was serious when I spoke to them. It's about time they learned that I am.
So you've rechecked the cutlery?
There was no sign of a knife, was there, Lexi?
No, we're still one short, Mrs. B.
I see.
Look, is there going to be any trouble over this?
I'm sure there will.
Could you wait a minute? Lexi, go and help Kim and Eva with the tables and the floors.
What is it?
Well, you see...
I hope you don't think...
Go on.
I'm sorry.
Look, Joyce, I'll come right out with it. Why are you avoiding me?
I don't want you to think
I know what it is. I shouldn't have said what I did. You're quite right. You hate me for that.
Oh, no, Mervyn, I don't hate you. I'm very fond of you.
You mean that?
You see, when you said you loved me, nobody's said that to me for a long time, and
Then you don't hate me.
Of course not, silly. I must go.
Oh, there you are, Joyce.
Oh, is anything wrong?
Oh, you want it straight away. There's a cell search. I've sent the women to their dorms.
These searches are getting a bit boring.
Yeah.
Wonder what they'll turn up this time.
Ballinger, the department's agreed to all your requests.
I thought they would, Mrs. Reynolds. Thanks for your help.
There was no help from me. And don't expect any further considerations.
Now, I'm not having a go at you, but it's clear someone's upset her in a big way.
Yeah.
Mrs. Reynolds!
Yes, Desmond?
I think we have every right to know what you're looking for this time.
Yes, you're quite right. After the dinner break, a knife was found missing from the dining room. Found it. It was in Myra's mattress. Desmond? What have you got to say about this?
I don't know anything.
How do you account for it being hidden in your mattress?
What? Well, I didn't put it there.
No?
No, I went straight to the rec room.
That's right, Mrs. Reynolds.
I was with her.
Only the two of you. I'm surprised.
They are not trying to cover. Can't you see?
You seem to have some idea you're above the law, Desmond, and I will not have it.
Can't you see that this is some sort of frame-up?
Take her to solitary. 24 hours.
Oh, come on.
Come along, Desmond. No arguing. Come on.
Now listen to me. I will not have people lying to me trying to protect anyone. I have always been fair and tried to do the right thing by you, and I expect the same from you. But if this is the way you want it, so be it. Don't expect any leniency from me.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down, but the sun and rain are prisoners too. Around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the storm, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.